All right.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Guys, that was stressful.
That was an experience. It's always an experience when you're trying to get in and get out.
It was stressful.
How many of you, when you go to Sam's Club or Costco or even Walmart or whatever, do you plan your shopping according to how the facility is built?
I do. Is that weird?
Yeah.
I will
Go
give
ahead.
people. I'll give people a list also of stuff. Like if we can't make it to the store and they're like, "Oh, I'll give them money." Okay, can you go buy this? And then
But
they
how do you
laugh.
write the list?
I
In
write
what
the
order?
list, and according to how you walk in the door, and how you just simplify like going
Start from
to
one
get,
end.
Yeah.
Work your way out.
And people will laugh at me because I have OCD too. And so they're like, oh my God, you're just killing me with this. But it was so easy.
Oh,
I'm like, see?
wow, you're just going
Yeah,
no.
see? People
Fucking
just.
asshole.
Oh. See?
That's
See?
what I'm talking about.
See?
That right there. You're just going to pull out. Doesn't matter if anybody driving, you're just going to pull right out.
See?
Hey, look, leave.
But I noticed that you drive a lot nicer when we're on the video.
Whoa.
So maybe everything in the wow, look at that traffic.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Jeez. Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay, though. Yeah. So we stay together, so it's good.
Yeah.
It's one of the fun things about
So-
being able to drive with you. Come on.
1U43. I love you.
All right. I love
By
you
the
too.
way,
Hold on,
on
I
the
put on
way
my
down-
shades. I gotta put on my shades.
By the way, on the way down from the truck to Sam's Club, I got like 3 numbers.
Well, I mean, I got a couple.
You got 0. Not on the way
What you
down. On the way down?
Yeah, on the way back. I got
You got
the
1.
435 of that.
You got 1.
Okay, come on. Finish the story about how you shopping. The most convenient way to shop in the store.
We did already.
We never finish them.
Yeah, we did. I
Yeah.
said that's how I make my list and stuff.
Yeah.
But this wasn't like, okay, so we went and
That
we
way we're not
planned.
random and we're not going all over the place.
Right.
Because if you're not organized, you're gonna be there. You're gonna be there crazy.
But today was like, we needed to just we need now a semi truck is coming in front of us, but we needed to
They're the big boys. You gotta let them go.
like do
Don't scrap it
it's
around
been
big
a
truck.
struggle since December at least, because our dog got sick.
Mm-hmm.
He caught parvo
Yeah, wipe us out on our
and
finances. $6
it was
grand, bro.
$6,000 just for
One
the
shot.
hospital.
One shot, $1,800
Yeah.
just for the parvo thing the
It's
medicine that'll kill the parvo.
It's like the Tamiflu for humans. It's like the parvo version for dogs. But that was crazy. It was $6,000 just for the hospital stay
That's
part.
a good racket, bro. I want to become a veterinarian. When I grow up, I want to become a veterinarian.
And then I
want to
think-
own my own veterinarian facility.
We probably spent like another $2,000 for like this. Yeah, he was on a lamb,
guys.
chicken, and rice diet, and then the puppy pads, tons and tons of puppy pads, because he came home and
Diarrhea
still
all
had
over the
diarrhea
place.
and vomiting, and he wasn't eating and all kinds of stuff, and it was crazy. So that like wiped us out of like $8,000. 243 me, love you. And so
Wow.
um
I'm trying to focus on shifting lanes. All right.
thank you. So
Now I got you. Now I got my attention.
so
You
that
got my
happened.
attention now.
That happened, and then he caught the stroke literally starting January 2nd, and he had the surgery on the 6th of January, and
Yeah.
then recovering after. And we did a complete diet change because of that, so buying fruits and vegetables and
Oh, today we
healthy
got
stuff.
tons of fruits and vegetables. Today.
Yeah, so we had
And
to
I got
do
my
a-
meats.
we had to do a haul. Yeah, so today was like 2 cartfuls, but that stresses me out
4 jazz. License plate. Yeah, 4 jazz.
for Jazz.
That's 4 jazz.
Shopping stresses me out. I'm not a shopper. I mean, I love to cook, and I love to shop for just like
Yeah, but if
some stuff.
I had tons of money in my pocket, I know you're gonna be like, oh, let's go in this store, let's go in that store,
For what? You mean shopping?
Yeah.
Like clothes and stuff?
or whatever.
No.
So if
No, because
if I had $1,000 in my pocket
okay,
and we're in the mall, you wouldn't find an excuse to go in.
no, no, but you would.
Yeah,
You would, because every time we
because
get
I'm a gold digger.
no, because every time we do get money,
Yeah.
like when we have extra bonuses
I
and stuff.
got pukas this big in my pocket.
No, but the funny thing is you
Put
don't
$1
spend it,
inside, it goes in the puka, in the pocket, out the puka.
but you don't spend it on you. Like
Yeah.
when he gets money, he's like, "All right, we can go to Pink and Victoria's Secret." I'm like, "For what?" You know, and I'm not like
I gotta
that.
take care of you. Gotta get you comfortable bras and
I have to say,
panties and stuff.
those are worth it. I have to say, you know. See, we're doing promos again for stores, but they are worth it and they last long.
Victoria's
so-
Secret, you owe me money. Just tell me the secret, that's all.
It's Victor.
What?
Victoria is a Victor.
What?
He was born a
He was
man.
born a man.
But
We gotta love him anyway. Bro. We gotta love him anyway.
we love Victor. But yeah, so we did our shopping. Now, guess what, guys? We live on the second floor.
So you know the cooler, it's full of all the meats.
Yeah.
I think we gotta just haul the whole cooler up one time.
So I'm holding one end and you're holding the other.
We just take it step by step. There's like 13 steps going up, 14 steps going up.
Yeah.
So when I build my house, I will not build a second floor unless there's an elevator. And if I can't afford an elevator, I keep my black ass on the ground.
No, and then when we can back it up.
Back it up. You better get up.
But we can back up the truck, and then we should have something like a table or something that's equal level to the tailgate,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can just like
Slide.
slide everything over.
Yeah. Hey, we'll have one. We'll have one.
We have to measure it.
Yeah, like a track system.
Yeah.
Slides right in,
Yeah.
and then right into
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Then that way the stuff that's not cold, we can just, at least it's in the house, we can deal with it later.
Yeah. So see,
Because it's
this is where we at right now. We're trying to plan how we're gonna design our house. But we also got to design how the hell we're gonna get the equipment to build a house.
Yeah.
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 The supplies and the equipment.
Yeah. Because we can live on there now.
Yep.
We just have to have a house. And I mean, we can sleep in a truck. In the bed of the truck. It's not like we haven't
and
done
we have
it
a tent.
before.
We have a tent. We have a Costco tent, a
we
10 by
do.
20.
We do.
But I want to be comfortable, bro. I want to be able to just move right in and be comfortable. And I got to set up the hot water
So
system.
he does not have patience. He has an idea, and he's like, all right, that's the idea, let's do it yesterday.
Yeah.
But that's not how it works.
It works like
So
that.
when I met him,
Just got to go do it.
I told him he's the big picture guy,
This is what I tell you.
and I'm the
Something
gray
gonna
area.
happen.
Something
gonna happen.
Something
to
gonna
get us
happen
there.
means Bebe handle that, and Bebe handle that quickly because I don't have patience. So I'm the gray area person, and I gotta figure out how to make his big dreams happen, which I do, but
Big dreams.
it's not always as easy. I mean, 18 traffic deaths.
Yeah. Wow.
So
That's
there,
crazy.
we had another one.
And
But
it's only April.
yeah, they have these things on the freeway. What do you call those? Not billboards, but like
4, 8, 12, 60. So it's like 4 people
For a
a
month?
month.
yeah.
A little
crazy.
over 4 people.
You know why there was another flip car the other day on the news? So I wonder if that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the fire.
No drink and drive and no drive crazy.
Yeah, and don't.
Well, come on. This is absolutely by now. In this day and age, how long they been running no drink and drive stuff and people still drink and drive?
Yeah.
Come on,
Hey,
bro.
there's your donuts. The kind donuts.
Get your head out of your cole, bro. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Because you're going to jeopardize the life of you, your family, your friends, and the people around us. You know, everybody gets affected by it. Everybody gets affected by it. So Stop
Yeah.
doing that. Just stop doing it.
Don't do drugs when you drive too. Like, we've seen that how many times because the truck is high.
Bro, yeah.
So we're
You
driving.
know how much
and-
guys we kiss? Bro, burning a pipe.
Like right there, I look over. I'm like,
Personally, I look down and I do look down. The car stay down, especially the low rider ones. You know, I look down. Oh.
and it's the driver. It's not even a passenger a lot of times. It's the driver.
Blowing the pipe.
Like, geez. And then you get guys like that look up. He's
Yeah,
driving
driving
in like,
two lanes.
he has those fat tires. They look ugly.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
God
yeah.
is good. Life is good. Life is beautiful.
Yes.
Love everybody. Everybody is deserving of love. Everybody is special. Everybody has a mother. Everybody has a father. Even if, you know, like me, my mom and my dad, they passed. I never did know my dad except for when I talked to him on the phone after I got out of prison, and I'm gonna go search him out on the internet. Other than that, everybody, you know, everybody
you
is
have
special.
traits from your dad. Like, I know you always say you're your mother's son,
Yeah, I'm my mother's son.
but you think like,
Only thing I can identify is my mom, because
is there anything about you that's not like your mom?
I don't know.
I'm realizing that I'm more like my mom than I
Yeah.
want to admit.
Hey, your mom is the bomb, though. You know why? Because she's a go-getter, bro.
She's very resourceful.
Yeah, you know.
I get that from her.
She stayed busy.
Yeah, she does.
She's a straight shooter.
She is.
Your dad's a straight shooter, too.
Yeah. But okay, so we should talk about our life.
Okay.
So what was your first memory? Although they might be bad, but still, it's part of your life. What was your first? Well, I mean,
I
you remember stuff
remember-
before.
So I remember being put on a plane. And coming to Hawaii, I had
Do you remember that?
yeah, I was only like 3 years old.
Yeah. Wow.
And I remember listening to like tourist Hawaiian music, you know, on my earpiece. I remember the Filipino Nana and the Tata that used to run Aloha Hotel on Mauna Kea Street. They had a Filipino restaurant there, but upstairs had rooms for rent kind of thing. Shanty kind, you know, Hotel Street back then, it was all shanty kind buildings. And you know, you can smell the communal get public bathroom and public shower. You know what I mean? Like, you get plenty of all the apartments, but everybody shared a bathroom and a shower and all that. One for men, one for women. And you could always smell that copper and, you know, that, just that smell, that bathroom smell, right? I remember that smell. Wherever I go, any place, I smell that, I go, oh, that reminds me of back then.
Wait. So why were you coming to Hawaii?
So my mom left my dad when I was 3 years old. Because my dad was naughty. He was an asshole. And my dad had given my mom a 9mm for protection. And one night my dad came home drunk as a skunk, trying to get in the unit that she was in. She was in Barstow, California at the time. And he kept playing with the knob. And my mom was like, "Who's that out there? Who's that?" And she kept asking, and he wouldn't say nothing. But he'd just be fiddling with the knob. Finally, when the door opened, my mom popped around over his head.
Because she
And-
thought
well,
it
it
was
woke
an
him up,
intruder.
though. It woke him up.
She didn't know it was him.
No, she's not. So I think it just scared her that right at that moment she could have killed her husband. And that when my mom get like me, you make me scared. Bad things gonna happen, bro. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna react. So lesson learned. Don't make me scared. It's gonna be a bad. It's gonna be a bad experience. Some people get a allergic reaction to being scared.
Allergic reaction.
Yeah.
So your mom cut bait and walk away.
My mom did. Yeah.
That's where you got
Caught
it
him
from.
and oh.
That's where you got it from.
And then I remember we stayed there for a bit, and my sister was still baby yet. She's still diapers, and she was in, you know, we had to protect her from falling out the bed and stuff. And but then next thing you know, we was in Camp Photos. I remember first moving into the house. It was building 17A. I remember us moving in there because because you know the echo when you got a concrete housing.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
echo. And so my mom was sweeping the floor, and I remember it was all dusty. It was brand new. That's why it was like the housing was just made in 1957.
I would die.
So, you know, we was only like 10 years, and they just was filling up all these apartments over there. And then I remember my birthday was a kind of, I had a purple suit, like, you know, a vest and jacket and all that.
Purple, huh?
Yeah, my mom was like goofy like that day. And I remember that on my birthday, blowing out the candles. I remember bits and pieces like that. So like it's like in and out memories, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to my auntie Ina's house. She was living in Kipiti at the time. She had those, you remember those old cups, the metallic cups that would be like bluish, silver, goldish, silver. The kind of it reflects like, you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah, yeah.
those kind. Yeah. So my auntie had a set of those, and I always loved going to my auntie Ina's house. I gotta tell you, but my auntie Ina and my cousins, my cousin Patty, my cousin Debbie, my cousin Sil, my cousin Sabrino. In fact, I love all my cousins. My cousins is really bomb ass people. My cousin Roger, man, he's a loner. He was the only boy, but my mom loved him, and Indigo, my cousin Sabrino. My mom called him Indigo, but I gotta tell you, bro. I don't know any of my cousins that I don't like. All my cousins they're amazing people in their own right. I love them deeply, even though we're not always like saying hi, goodbye, go to hell, kiss my ass, whatever.
Close.
You know, I love my cousins. I will do anything for my cousins. You know, we was to me in my mind we was close when we was growing up. So shout out to all my cousins, my Auntie Helen's kids, Norma Lee, Mackie, Floyd passed already, Wendy and Abel. I love you guys. My Auntie Ina's kids, my cousin Patty, who's the mother hen of all us kids. She was the one that will take us all around and have to watch us. She'd be mad, but she'd be like, I gotta babysit all the kids, but we loved her. She's our mother hen. My cousin Debbie. Me and my cousin Debbie was really close when we were kids. We used to dance. That was my dance partner, and we do all kind of goofy stuff together. My cousin Debbie, she looked like Eva LaGloria. Yeah, she's no, Eva Mendes. You know, with the beauty mark over here on the face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One day when I came out of prison after 41 years, I was go movies with my auntie Ina, and I was watching Hitch, and she was on there, and I go, Auntie, look Debbie, she's still in the movies, and she just happened to turn and she looked, "Aye, my daughter," and then she go, "That's not my daughter."
Yeah.
But for a moment there, you look at Eva Mendes, look like my cousin Debbie, and then my cousin Sylvia, but she was a little track star, and she used to punch me in my stomach all the time. I used to be the kind of make like I get bricks, and she used to punch me in my stomach.
Did you?
But, huh?
Did you have bricks?
Oh yeah. But when I was young, but I was slim, I was skinny, and then when I in a boys' home, then I, you know, puff up about 2 something, but it was all muscles.
There's a picture of him that was in prison, right?
Yeah,
picture
that was the
taken.
Kulani one. Yeah.
So he has a picture where he's kind of like, I guess he has his foot on a stool and he has his hand like this or something, you know. posing.
I was modeling. I was acting like I was modeling.
He was posing
But
at my.
wait. And then I get my cousin, my auntie Julie's son, Roger Murray. Wow, this guy is badass. I came out of prison. I found out this guy was in mechanics and he could fix classic cars, bro. Fucking badass. And me, I love classic cars. So shout out to my cousin Roger Murray. He's badass. My auntie Epi, the youngest of all the Mana Ole girls, Elizabeth, but we call her Epi. That my cousin Laura. That's my cousin Laura and me, bro. We tight, bro. That's my cousin, bro. I love my cousin. And then my cousin Joe Boy. And then my cousin David, who was Hanai by my auntie Helen. So my youngest cousin was Hanai to my oldest auntie. And that's why David was always like my auntie Helen's son. Because, you know, the baby was, and you know, typical Hawaiian culture, yeah. We do that. And then I get all my cousins from my Uncle Jojo, my Uncle Joseph, Mana Ole. All my cousins over there, we don't know each other because they grew up in San Diego. But make no mistake, bro. If I'm in a bar or I'm anywhere and there's my cousin, my Mana Ole cousins anywhere, you know, if something happened, I'll be right there to help them out, bro. So don't get it twisted. If it's a Mana Ole, bro, don't make trouble to them because that's my honor.
I like how you say if you're in a bar when you're never in a bar.
But you know what I mean? Like you stay on
Restaurant.
Yeah, restaurant or wherever, and you know, that's why be careful in Hawaii. You gotta be careful, but you don't know who people is related to, bro. My cousin Velma, she's over there. Velma's great grandpa and my grandpa is brothers, so that's the Mana Ole's on my grandpa's side. My grandpa's brother went settled in Nanakuli. So all the Mana Ole's from Nanakuli, that's my Ohana. And even though we don't know each other that good, I can tell you right now, bro, I rock Mana Ole, so don't mess with my family. We'll have some problems. Anyway, go ahead, babe. I just need to get that out there. By the way, we just driving up on Black Rock into Nanakuli, headed to Waianae.
So two of his family members, it's funny story how we're connected kind of is because so Laura when that whole thing was going on with his ex-wife, she was blasting me on Facebook and upset, you know, and stuff like that. And so Laura was her friend on Facebook and had asked her, hey, what's going on with my cousin, you know? And the story at the time that everybody believed was that, you know, he was fooling around with his Jezebel and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, Laura was mad at him and said, when I see my cousin, I'll give him like
kick my ass.
She did.
My cousin Laura is like my mom. In our generation, Laura is like my mom in our generation.
So, fast forward after he got out of prison again, he was talking about Laura and how much he loves her, you know, and that it's sad that she mad at him and all that. So I reached out to Laura on Facebook.
Yeah, my cousin Laura, I would just be quiet.
And so
I'm not gonna argue with her because she's gonna swing.
So I talked to her and I told her, you know, I said, I know that you might be mad at your cousin and I know you might hate me because of the stories going around. And I kind of explained everything. I said, it's really not like that, but, you know, I'm not here to like tell you to come take my side or anything, but I just wanted you to know your cousin really loves you and he misses you and stuff like that. So she called me, or she messaged back, and then she said, can I call you? And I said, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna tell him that you called. So she called me and she told me, she said, you know what, after all of that happened, I got to hear the real story and stuff like that, and you know, this and that. He just said, I love my cousin. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna have you talk to him, but I'm not gonna tell him who it is. She goes, yeah, don't tell him who it is. I just gonna start talking to him and see if he knows. So he comes out of the bathroom and I'm on the phone and he goes, oh, who are you talking to? And I said, somebody. And he goes, and you know, that was already like something that, you know, we don't keep secrets from each other. So